Hello everyone, I'm back again. So I have been kind of sweating a lot actually. Wait one second. Actually, this is kind of that thing. I don't know. Anyways, I'm back. So it's been about a week since I uploaded last time, and I've been busy being creative and doing my thing. And I actually, so last week I talked about how I was making my, where's my notes? Yeah, the Carnation. What is this? Yeah, so last week I was talking about my Carnation leaves that I drew out here, design-wise, and I was going to make that. And I said I was going to use this yarn, which is it's a tan color compared to the usual white color one that I use, which is this one. And then I finished making it, which is this. And this is how it came out. And I think it's very nice. Isn't it? Oh yeah, so before I'm going to ask, this is how it actually comes in like the package. Here's the spool with the plastic on the inside. And this is how it comes, but I have this black spool here because it's a little difficult to carry this around, but this is a little easier to carry around I don't actually carry around crochet nowadays, but if I do carry it around, this is a little more compact, so it saves a lot of space in my bag, so that's why I like to do that. But anyway, so I finished making this Carnation ribbon, and I guess I could put it on. It's like that. And then I added these, as you can see, there's a part of the ribbon back here that doesn't have any of the carnations. So now I can actually tie it, and then it won't, the carnations, the flowers themselves can kind of get in the way if you try to tie it. It's a pretty nice design. I think it keeps my hair down. At least I haven't tried it yet, but I'm pretty sure this keeps my hair down, see? So yeah, I think it's a great design. Kind of matches my shirt and the overall ambiance. Right now it's actually kind of late afternoon. It's a little past 7. Yeah, so it's actually I actually really like this time of the day. I even like it more when the sun is partially set and it's dusk. I think that's the correct word. That's kind of my favorite time of the day. But I think they came out great. Came out really nice. See, it kind of looks like a crown actually, the way if you look at it carefully. But I like flowers, but this is just a flower ribbon. Yeah, I think it came out great. It came out a little shorter than I expected, but that's okay because I don't want it to. This time I only wanted to go around my head once, but I guess I could make this design a little longer so that as a custom Carnation lace crochet, I could make it go around my head twice. So ordinarily, if you look at the top of my head, it would have it like that, right, with one row. But if I make it so it can go around my head twice, it would look like that, which I think is pretty. But it's fairly not as wide as I expected, but that's fine because I think it's very pretty, very pretty. And oh, so speaking of, okay, I got a question about, that's a lot of skin actually. I'm not going to button it up, I just want that to kind of look like that. Okay, so I got a question about why I consider carnations as celebration flowers. So I think there's something about the way that carnations look to me and the way that I've seen carnations growing up that I think it is a celebration flower, whereas roses not necessarily. Roses to me are just flowers that you would wear kind of, maybe for a romantic, definitely for a romantic setting, but to me it just is, a rose to me is a very economic, it's just a flower to me that I think is very, not common either, but you can find it and you can enjoy every day, whereas carnations, maybe you should reserve for a little more special days. So that's why I like carnations, and that's why I made that ribbon out of carnations, so that if I have something celebratory, I just wear this. Maybe I can wear it on my neck like that, and then go out and just enjoy whatever is something. It probably could go around my neck twice, because my neck is not as big as my head, so I could do it like that and just go out. But we'll see, I might have to make a new one. But anyway, so yeah, so that's why I like carnations. And I got another question I think about carnations, which is why would I wear carnations if it's celebratory? What is there to celebrate? So I just want to take a moment to say so I got a question about, I looked at my subscriber count, right? So right now I have 8 subscribers, but one of those subscribers is actually just my other YouTube account or Google account that I just followed this account because I wanted to see what it would look like when you follow and blah blah blah. But what I want to say is that, so there's 8 subscribers I have now, so one of them is not an actual subscriber, it's just me. So if you take that, there's 7. But I just want to say thank you to the 7 subscribers I have. It makes me really happy that you have subscribed, and I very much I'm grateful for that. And you guys are my lucky 7. You guys are my lucky 7. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. So I just wanted to say thank you to my thank you to my 7 subscribers. I very much appreciate it. Thank you. And I'm buttoning my shirt because it wouldn't stay closed. But that's okay. So anyways, what else? What else I want to talk about? Yeah, so I made that Carnations. Let me grab it. Carnation. Very pretty. Very I think it's very cute, the color, isn't it? Very pretty color. So that's that. And then that's the Carnations. And for now I've made a Carnation one, so I'm probably going to go to a different flower. Another flower that I really like is violets. So I have a sketch of the violet designs, but I haven't figured out an exact lace design I can make using violets, because violets are a little hard because shape-wise they're very interesting. I drew that violet. Do you see that? And it's a 5-petal flower from what I've been able to discern, but it's very difficult to kind of make a design from that, I think. At least for me it is, so I'm just trying to figure out a design for that. But aside from that, I'm also making a design with lilies. So I call this the Grand Series of lace, custom lace, because the way I design it, there's one group of arches, and then there's bigger arches among the smaller arches, so that it has a lot of arches. Oh, just people. And I've started making it. One second. I've started making it. Stop it! Oh my goodness. So here's the white yarn or lace yarn, right? And I've started making it here. Maybe I'll get it done by next week, but if not, oh well. But I've started making that, and I probably will get it done by next week. And I'm trying to figure out the exact design. I'll have to tell you that because improvisation is very powerful. It's kind of like Willy Wonka from the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory said, improvisation is a parlor trick. Yes, but it's the case with that with crocheting too, because when you're making a design, especially if you're drawing it out like this, do you see that? Drawing it out like that, or when you're making an actual lace, custom crochet lace like this, you actually have to tailor the design as you go, because you discover, oh, maybe, you know, I should add more stitches because it's kind of wonky shaped, and then you should also maybe take away stitches from here because it makes it a little dense, or you should add more detail here to the flower if you're using, say, the one I'm working on right now is actually just a lily, but you have to improvise as you go. So it's very important to be able to have a creative little mind, a very creative mind, and be improvisational. So that's a good thing. And then I'm working on that. And then I also, so I don't really get involved with mysticism, and I'm not really a person who's that much into religion. I don't know if it's religion, but I know there's such a thing as tarot, something like that. And then I just know that there's different cards mean different things. So I actually know my card that I like is number 14, because I actually like the number 14. And I also like temperance, because I think it's a good thing to have temperance, be very temperance. I think I talked about it in one of my other videos, but I just thought about maybe I should design my own tarot deck, and then if I were going to design my own tarot deck, it'd probably be inspired by things that I like, which is like jewelry and lace crochet, cats, and things like that. So I thought maybe I should design my own version. So I've actually started sketches for my own tarot deck, and we'll see where that goes. But I just hope, I just thought I'd lay it out there. Stay tuned. And what else? Oh yeah, so actually, do I have any other rocks? I don't have, I think it's in my bathroom because I washed it, but so I went to the beach last weekend, and I went in the really early morning, and then I went to pick up rocks because I heard just in the area that I live, where I'm near the coast, so I went to the coast and I decided maybe I should go pick up some I think the stone that is found there is agates as well as carnelian and jasper. So I thought, okay, maybe I should just go look for these stones, and I actually found a few, and that was pretty fun. But somewhere in the middle, so there's these rocks that have, I think it's agate, it's a bluish stone in the largest, bluish mineral in the larger stone that's probably basalt or something. And I thought maybe if I take another rock and smash it onto the rock like this, it would break the rock and it would let it out. And it turns out I was right, it did work. But basically I turned into this little rock smashing machine for about 5 minutes to get this little rock out. And I don't think I cracked it too much, like the rock I wanted to get out. But that was kind of sad that I cracked it a little. But it was okay because I got it mostly out. That was kind of funny. That was a pretty fun trip. I went into really early in the morning, and then by the time noon rolled around, I was already home, kinda. And it was pretty fun. I think I had a great beach trip. It was, the wind was pretty strong, so it was actually kind of chilly. But then as the sun came out, it got really warm, so that was fine. But it was alright. And then what else did I want to talk about? There was something I wanted to talk about. Did I talk about tarot? Yeah, I just talked about the tarot cards. Yeah, it's just fascinating that the idea that you could read about your future with cards. I'm not trying to be. Oh my god, something stinks. Something really stinks. Oh my goodness, what is that? Oh my god, it wasn't me, I promise, but something really stinks. But, anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, reading the future. The idea that you can read into the future kind of fascinates me. It's very interesting that you could do that. I don't really want to. I don't want to say anything bad about it because I actually don't know if it works. Maybe it works for some people, maybe it doesn't work for other people, but the idea that you could read into the future is kind of fascinating to me. And maybe that's why I want to design my own tarot deck and make my own tarot deck. I have no idea how to read it. I remember I saw a TV show one time. I forgot which TV show it was, but it was just, who was it? The gist of this show was that somebody was reading tarot decks for another person, and they pulled out number 13, which is the bad one, and then they said, oh, I guess it's over for you. I thought that probably would have happened to me if I pulled out one of the cards and I pulled out I don't know, the moon. I would say, oh, it means that you need to go to bed early because you're seeing the moon too much, so you need to get some sleep. You need some sleep. It'd be kind of funny if there was it'd be funny if on the tarot deck there was one called milk, and then you pull out milk and it says, oh, you need some milk. You need some milk. You need some milk. It'd be kind of funny if that were the case, but I don't think there is one. I actually don't really know much about tarot. I actually read a little about it, but I know there's the first 22 cards, I think, or 21 cards, I forgot, that are the major arcana, which I guess is the group of cards that are very important, and then aside from that there's 50 other minor cards that are kind of important. I'm not really versed on this topic, so I couldn't tell you anything much about it. But what I can say, but I wonder if I have any of the designs here. No, I do not. Yeah, I'm just going back to my lace crochet. I'm working on that lace doily. I'm working on another doily. It's very interesting to think that doilies are so fascinating, and then I get to reach out to so many people, like my 7 subscribers, and I also get to design things based off what I like. Right now I think I'm really designing things off flowers. I might move into, there's another design that I've been working on, so I haven't actually drawn it out, but I've kind of figured out in my head what I want to do. So you know how back in time in history there was the Babylonian Empire or civilization, something like that. People who were Babylonian made a city and lived there, and they did things and did other things and maybe didn't do some things. It's called history. But anyways, there's one design that I've been thinking on. I call it the Hanging Gardens, and I took the phrase from the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, but I haven't drawn up the design, but I want to really, there's this design where I have it in my head and I just spontaneously thought about it, I think like 2 or 3 days ago, and I really want to make it, so I'm thinking about doing that. But that would probably come after the Grand series, which I'm doing right now. And the reason I call it Grand is because, so this is, let me start, let's go back, shall we? So this is my fortified rose one, right? Because it's very thick and it doesn't stretch easily, and the roses here, they don't break down that easily. And then I have here my this is this is Guard of Lilies, and it's in a yellow yarn, but I just wanted to use this up. And then I also have Water Lilies, I think this is Guard of Water Lilies, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look at my designs. So I have different ones, but eventually, I'm going to get to this is Guard of Lilies. It's a different design, but eventually these are all fairly simple. It's just one row of flowers, but the reason I call this new series of Lace Crochet Grand is because it has 2 layers essentially on top of this, what I call the backbone, this here. and then it has the flowers down here hanging off it, right? The Grand Series is a little more robust and it has a little more going on. That's why I call it Grand Series, because it actually has 2 layers to the overall lace crochet. So that's why I gave that name. There's a very specific reason why I give names. It's because it follows suit of what it is that's going on. And this right here is Guard of Roses. Very pretty. I think it's really pretty. This one I think took a little while because I was still making the rose design, or I was making the rose motif in this. So it took a little longer than expected. So this actually took longer than this one because it's shorter anyways, and this is, it's longer, and I had to figure out the motifs. And I had more practice with this one by the time I got to it, whereas this one I was starting to begin with it. So yeah, that's that. And then, oh, I also have, I found this that I made a while back. So this is Battle of the Lilies. Design-wise, I call this design Battle of the Lilies. And it's pretty cute if you tie it around your hair like that. So I actually don't wear a lot of lace right now because it's just so hot. Well, it's not so hot because you remember back in, you know, it's very interesting, this channel. I try to post as consistently as I can, and just because it's summer right now and I have time, I can post a lot more consistently. Hopefully I can do that when summer ends and this season goes back to being cold and sad. But what was I saying? This channel is now, what, 2-3 years old, and I've been posting videos as long as I can. And remember back in, let's reminisce. Remember back in time, we used to be in the Middle East, and we used to live in the Kingdom of Bahrain, and it was hot back there, really hot. It was really hot. Do you remember? And then it's too bad. You know, now I think about it, it's, I'm not saying I want to be like those nuisance content creators, because I don't want to be like that. I'm just gonna say that I know I'm on YouTube right now and I'm making videos, but I just don't want to, I don't want to be like one of those people who is annoying just for the sake of making something entertaining. I would hope that I, as a person, like the way I talk, the things that I do, like crochet designs, like this, I just hope that would be enough to entertain everybody, because I wouldn't want the idea of causing trouble just to get views. So I hope you understand, like this, we will not be doing that on this channel. That's not going to happen. We're not doing that. We don't do that here. We actually don't do that here. We actually just make doilies and we kind of gossip, but that's about it. We don't cause trouble, okay? But considering that, I think it would have been kind of nice if I had taken you guys with me, because I really liked to go to the gold souk, and then it's called gold souk because the main street sells gold and silver, but outside of the main street, there's these other alleyways and streets. They sell all the yarn that I have, like all this yarn I have here. I have it from back in Bahrain, and I use it because I bought so much of it because it was a great price and it's great quality yarn. It's Egyptian cotton, so why wouldn't I buy that? So I love this yarn. It's such great yarn. It's too bad I didn't take a video of me walking around in the souk, because I think you would have enjoyed it. And I don't know, maybe if I ever go back to Bahrain, I can take you guys with me. But yeah, that's an idea. And it's a shame, yeah, that I hadn't done it at the time, but I guess that's something in the future to look forward to. And maybe they have new kinds of yarn. Though I have to tell you, the company, I forgot which company makes this yarn. I actually emailed them and I said, do you still make this yarn? Because I really like it and I want to directly buy it from you in bulk. They never responded to me, so that's shame on customer service. You know, I emailed customer service for this yarn company and I wanted to know, can I have this yarn? I really like that yarn. And they never got back to me. That was kind of rude. That was rude. That was rude, okay? Don't be rude. What else is rude? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna get into politics because I don't get involved in politics, but I heard that somebody hacked Elmo's X account. Why would you do that? Elmo? Freaking Elmo? Are you out of your mind? Don't be rude, okay? I didn't really get to watch Elmo growing up because I didn't consistently watch TV growing up. I had a life and I would do things, and when I did get to watch Elmo, I actually really liked it. I got to watch Sesame Street, and there's a few lessons out there that I took away, like you should always say thank you and please. That's a very important thing, but that's a good lesson to learn. But then I don't even know, decides, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hack Elmo's Twitter account, or X account, excuse me. What? Get a life. Oh my goodness, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, don't do that. Don't hack. Do not hack Elmo's account. I love that little red friend of mine, and I don't like the fact that people hack his ex account. Don't you have better things to do? See, that's where you need to go get friends. You need to get friends and stop hacking Elmo's ex account. Get friends. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. And now I need water. What was I saying? What was I saying? What was I saying? Totally forgot. But anyways, this video is what? 20 minutes? Oh my goodness, that's a long time, and my eyes are drying out, probably because the wind is hitting me. And that's just what I wanted to talk about. Hopefully by next week, I'll have that lace crochet done, and maybe I'll have the Hanging Gardens design sketched out so I can show off you. But yeah, you know, I guess I just have to wait until next week. But I just wanted to say and update everyone on what I'm doing and my lace crochet, and also again, thank you to my 7 subscribers. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Okay, so thank you. But I just want to say that. Okay, but yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So I will see you all next week.